Hello, a warm welcome to you from SGT University. I am Dr. Shourya Tandon from Faculty of Dental Sciences. There are 118 elements in the universe discovered till date, and one element has a profound effect on the oral health of individuals. Today, we will be learning about this effect of fluorine on the oral health of individuals. Come, let us look at this important aspect of public health dentistry. Oral diseases have tormented human civilizations for ages. Out of all oral problems, dental caries is a major dental disease affecting a large proportion of inhabitants of the world. It impairs the quality of life for many people, causing pain and discomfort. Thus, it places a heavy financial burden on the dental public health services. Dental caries, with its very high morbidity potential, has caught the eye of dental health professionals. Scientific research, technological advancements, and a better understanding of the disease process have contributed to dentistry's emergence from a purely repairable art towards a prevention-oriented science. One available element, namely fluorine, and its compound forms have convincingly demonstrated karyostatic effect, and recent decline in caries prevalence is primarily attributed to the increased use of these fluoride agents. Fluorine is a member of the halogen family with a relative atomic weight of 19 and an atomic number of 9. The word fluorine is derived from the Latin term fluor, meaning to flow. At room temperatures, fluorine is a pale yellow-green gas. It is the most electronegative and reactive of all elements, and thus in nature is rarely found in its elemental state. Fluorine, in its compound form, has been listed as an essential nutrient by United States Food and Drug Administration and the World Health Organization Expert Committee. This essential nutrient is used for the normal growth and development of the body. Combined chemically in the form of fluorides, fluorine is the 17th in order of frequency of occurrence of the elements, representing about 0.06% to 0.09% of the Earth's crust. In rock and soil, fluorine may occur in combined form in a wide variety of minerals such as fluorspar, fluorapatite, and cryolite, with fluorine content of 49, 3.4 and 54% respectively. Fluorides are widely distributed in the atmosphere, originating from the dust of fluoride-containing soils, from the gaseous industrial waste, and from gases emitted in area of volcanic activity. Let's look at the history behind the discovery of this element. In 1529, Georgius Agricola described the use of fluorspar as a flux, and Ferdinand Frederick Henry Moissan, a French chemist, was the first to successfully isolate fluorine in 1886. The history of fluoridation started in 1901 with Dr. Frederick Mackay, an important name in the history of fluorides, at Colorado Spring, Colorado, United States of America, where he noticed permanent stains on teeth of people living all their lives at the same place. The local inhabitants called these as Colorado stains. In dearth of available literature, he called this as mottled enamel, presenting as a minute white flecks, yellow or brown spots scattered irregularly or streaked over the surface of the tooth. Or it may be a condition where the entire tooth surface is of a dead paper white-like color of a china dish. In 1902, first systematic endeavor was made by Colorado Spring Dental Society to investigate this situation. Next, in 1908, Dr. Mackay presented the mysterious case in the form of a live patient at the annual meeting of the State Dental Association, Boulder. and found out that such cases were not only confined to Colorado but extended to other towns as well. Moving ahead, in 1912, Dr. McKay found an article written by Dr. J. M. Eager reporting the unusual occurrence of a brownish-colored stain among the Italian residents in Naples. Eager had termed these as denti decay. In 1916, Dr. McKay, along with Dr. G. V. Black, who earlier, through his histological findings, had identified that an endemic imperfection of the enamel of the teeth was present in these lesions, then studied individuals living in 26 different communities of United States of America, and they concluded that an unidentified factor was responsible for this mottling. During the same time, McKay identified that similar lesions were seen in residents of Breton, where water supply was changed from shallow wells to deep wells in 1898, and those born after 1898 had enamel mottling. Similar observations in children were seen who were born in bauxite after 1909 due to change in water supply. This led McKay to confirm the mysterious unidentified element to be present in water. Next, in 1931, Mr. H. V. Churchill, a chemist at the Aluminium Corporation of America in New Kingston, Pennsylvania, identified the presence of fluoride in excessive amounts in water samples of bauxite. The spectrographic analysis of bauxite water showed fluoride concentration of 13 ppm to 17 ppm. Thus, fluoride was identified as the mysterious factor which was leading to mottled enamel. In 1931, Dr. Trendley H. Dean continued the work of Dr. McKay to determine the extent and severity of mottled enamel. Dean conducted survey among 22 cities in 10 states of United States of America known as the Shoe Leather Survey, covering a population of 5,824 children, and gave the following observations. A high concentration of fluoride in water is directly related to the severity of enamel mottling. Enamel mottling was widespread in areas with fluoride greater than 3 ppm. Another observation was that mottling with discrete pitting was noticed at fluoride levels greater than 4 ppm. Mottling was less in the form of dull, chalky white appearance at fluoride levels of 2.5 to 3 ppm. No mottling or any other enamel changes at fluoride levels of 1 ppm was also observed. This survey made it obvious that large reductions in caries incidence were associated with the occasional appearance of enamel opacities that were in no way disfiguring. The term mottled enamel gave way to the more exact term of dental fluorosis. In 1934, Dean developed the standard system for classification of dental fluorosis called as the mottling index. Next, in 1942, an important milestone discovery by Dean and others was done that 1 ppm of fluoride in drinking water could lead to a 60% reduction in the caries experience. In 1945, the first artificial fluoridation plant was started in Grand Rapids, United States of America. An important stepping stone came in 1969 when the World Health Organization advocated that 1 ppm of fluoride in community water supplies was a practical and effective public health measure. Thus, fluoride, through a rich history, was identified as the essential element for reducing dental caries, leading to introduction of various methods of topical application for individuals and water fluoridation for communities. It is also important to understand the occurrence of fluoride in the environment. Fluorides enter the atmosphere by volcanic action and by entrapment of soil and water particles due to the action of wind, and is returned to the surface by deposition as dust, rain, snow, or fog. Fluorine is rarely present in nature, but commonly presents as inorganic fluorides. Fluoride is widely distributed in the Earth's crust, where it averages 300 ppm. Some soil samples in Idaho, United States of America, contain high concentrations of fluoride in the range of 3,800 to 8,300 ppm. Fluoride enters the hydrosphere by leaching from soil and mineral into groundwater and by entry into the surface water. Fluoride enters the vegetation by uptake from the soil and water, by absorption from the air, and by deposition from the atmosphere. Then, it may also enter the food chain by returning to soil through the plant waste. The normal level of fluoride in plants is about 2 to 20 mg per gram of dry weight. Leafy vegetables such as cabbage, lettuce, and Brussels sprouts contain about 11 to 26 mg fluoride on a dry weight basis. Tea plants accumulate high concentration of fluoride. Fish, namely sardines, salmon, mackerel, contain about 20 to 40 ppm of fluoride on a dry weight basis. Even potatoes have shown to have high concentration of fluorides. Fluorides may enter the above pathways directly or indirectly from variety of industrial processes, and some of these industries include coal burning, power generation plants, aluminium, steel, fertilizers, glass, ceramic, and brick production units. Next, from the environment, we need to understand the fluoride metabolism inside the human body. The metabolism of fluorides is through absorption, distribution, and elimination. The estimated daily intake of fluoride in human varies from country to country. The average intake from dry food substances ranges from 0.2 to 1.8 mg, and the average intake from water containing 1 ppm fluoride is about 1.5 mg. Thus, total intake of an adult being 1.7 to 3.3 mg range. Absorption of the most water-soluble fluorides occurs mainly through stomach and also absorbed via lungs and intestine. There is a detectable rise in the plasma fluoride concentration within minutes after fluoride is swallowed. A pharmacokinetic analysis of the plasma fluoride concentration curve after intake shows an initial increase of 30 minutes representing absorption, followed by a rapid fall for about 1 hour representing the distribution phase, and thereafter a slower decline representing the elimination phase. Distribution occurs to various soft and hard tissues of the human body. Distribution occurs more faster to richly perfused tissues like heart, lungs, and liver. And since fluoride is a mineralized tissue seeker to bone also, it is slowly distributed to poorly perfused tissues like skeletal muscles and adipose tissue. Fluoride is excreted in urine, lost through sweat, and excreted in the feces. It also occurs in traces in breast milk, saliva, hair, and tears. All in all, about 10 to 25% of the daily intake of fluoride is not absorbed and is excreted. Role of fluorides seems to be an interesting and beneficial proposition in dental health care, especially when looking at the disease of dental caries. A rich history and useful metabolism in the human body has led to it being widely studied topic in the field of dentistry. Its application in the dental care can go a long way in preserving and maintaining good oral health. So, today we completed our introductory sessions on fluorides in dentistry, where we looked at the historical perspectives of fluoride as well. Next time we meet, we'll be looking at other applications and uses of fluorides in dentistry. Keep learning, keep growing. See you next time.